So today's reading is interesting. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to post this or not, to be quite honest. This is while I get ready, you see all my stuff out here. While I get ready, I'm going to explain a little bit of the background of what I'm sensing and feeling, and that way you can kind of figure out if you want to stay for the whole reading. Obviously you can stay and just watch it if you want, but for some reason I feel like explaining a little bit of the background. It's something that I'm meant to do, because maybe the way that I've been feeling, or the things that I experience, are something that also the collective experiences, that they can't put their finger on it per se, or they can't really figure out why they feel a certain way, or this or that or the other, and maybe this could be your answer. All right, anyways, so since yesterday, this happens to me often, and I ignore it because it happens, you know. I'm also still gauging, right, my spirituality, my spiritual gifts, the things that I, anyways, I have this feeling I couldn't fall asleep, and I was like, okay, I know there's a reading that I need to do. This collective won't let me sleep, but I still wanted to sleep. I was tired, so I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. It'll come up when it needs to. I'm also a believer in that, right? And here I am, right? It came up literally not even 5 hours later or 6 hours later. Anyways, so it took, even though I was really tired, it took a really long time for me to fall asleep. And then it was a struggle to stay asleep as well, to the point where, okay, I was like up at 3 in the morning already. I really couldn't but fall back to sleep. I was just like, in the in-betweens, if you will. Listening to guided meditation still didn't help. Listening to guided hypnosis things to fall asleep didn't help. Okay, I stayed in bed, and then I just got up because I said, okay, I see it again. I saw it in my mind's eye. I need to just do the reading. So here I am, just doing the reading. It's not to say, I'm not saying all of this to like complain, or I don't know, to make anybody feel some type of way about them, like their collective or whatever, kind of like tapping into my energy and not letting me rest until this gets out. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this this perception of, it was so clear in my head. I know it's a collective. I know it's a message. I just need to get the reading out. And I still didn't do it, right? That's what I'm trying to get at for some reason. I think that is part of this energy. It feels like I keep tapping into kind of like the same collective, if you will, or group of a couple of collectives maybe, that are at the precipice of, like, they know what they need to do, or they have gotten intuition after intuition, message after message. They have received the guidance that they need, basically, right? Maybe not quite literally like verbatim, right? Like maybe or something like that, but your intuition is also trying to guide you towards, resonating, or trying to guide you to adjusting to its quite literal power. It's trying to challenge you. It's trying to give you a little less to see if you understand the hints, if you will. And ironically, it's not even less, because you are at a point where you perceive the messages. You get it, but you don't act on it. And that's the thing. And it's not a problem, okay? I almost said that's the problem, but that's not what I said. I said that's the thing. That's the thing, okay? If this resonates with you, this reading is for you, because this reading feels very much like it's for me as well. So I think this is gonna hit home. But it's the High Priestess in this deck was, I think, on the top of the deck. I don't know where it was. All I know is that I moved the deck around, and then it stayed on my desk, so I pulled it. I was like, oh, I was like literally mesmerized by this card before I started recording. I was so mesmerized by it that I started shifting my light that's right here in a way so that when I bring it closer to the camera, you can still see it very well and have, because it's very early. I don't want to have big lights on right now, so this is why it looks like this. But yeah, I was mesmerized by this. Some of this collective is going through a very, very, very tangible, more tangible than it was before, high priestess moment. Or you're going through a more tangible than it was before realization of this, that this is you, okay? That you possess this power. You are a high priestess. You are a magical being. Split. Look at that. Justice. 2 and 8 could be very significant. I just saw 0606 on my timer. That could be very significant too. 2 and 8 add to 10. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, since we have 2 major arcanas here, but 10 is also completion and a new beginning. Whew. Wow. I have to mention also, Justice sometimes is 11 in some decks. In this deck is 8 though. It varies sometimes. I don't know why those two switch up. Might be something some of you want to research. I think I'm definitely going to research that because now I'm interested. There's something about that energy too. Anything that you feel guided to look up, do it. Just do it. It's okay. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody. It doesn't even have to make sense to you, honestly, because that's the thing about your intuition here. Things make sense when they're meant to make sense. Also, if you don't follow, like I said, the little nudges, the little hints that you're getting, they're like little breadcrumbs. Sorry, these cards are beautiful and they're amazing, and this is a beautiful deck, but they're humongous. This is my hand. Okay, I don't have big hands, but reference my phone case. And I don't have a small phone. I have the iPhone. What is my iPhone? Maybe it's 13. Maybe it's... Anyways, but look at this. It's huge. But they're beautiful cards. They're just a little hard to shuffle, okay? So bear with me. Right. Yeah, following your little nudges. You see how I just went on a little side quest explaining the deck or something? I just feel called to do that and I just go with it, right? Something like that. Something like that. That was a good example. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Something like that of just... It feels like you are asking for permission to do the things that you want to do. And they're like, you don't need to ask for permission. I think I'm getting a little bit emotional now with this. I think for so long you have been, I'm going to try to use the right word here because it's not per se restricted. It is restricted. Well, circumstances, things around you, probably your own journey per se, was very restrictive. It was very restrictive for many reasons that I'm sure if you go down that path of trying to understand why you had so much restriction growing up or living up to this point in your life, you can figure out and pinpoint and kind of get the gist and the wisdom from it. I think you already have, you embody it, which is why you're here in the first place. But you don't need to ask for permission to pursue the things that inspire you and what your intuition is guiding you towards. Someone needs to hear that, or someone needs to make that connection of, why are you waiting around? It's like you got the intuitive hit. You were literally told or spoken to, and you were told this is next. And you still are ruminating and ruminating and ruminating with it. And they're like, don't stop doing that. Either decide, I'm not going to do it because I actually don't want to do it. or say, I'm going to do it and that's it. And then follow the steps that you need to do such a thing. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Sorry guys, my cat was exploring and she like, I don't know, made a weird noise over there and I was like, what the hell is that? That kind of scared me. I was like, what the fuck? All right, I was in a trance and then it got me out of it. Ooh, okay. All right, you could have distractions. You could have distractions around you. Part of, not distractions, there's this hyper-vigilance thing that I'm picking up on as well, which again ties into the whole, feeling like you need to ask for permission or something like that. You don't need to ask for permission. Oh. Some of you could be manifestors in human design. And I don't know much about human design. I know a little bit about manifestors because I'm a manifestor, but I need to get my chart read with that. Anyways, if you want a reading for your human design chart, I know someone that's really good. I haven't gotten a reading from her yet, but my friend did. I've met her. We had conversations and stuff like that. She's awesome. I'll give you the link if you comment or ask for it. Anyways, some of you could be interested in that, or you could have someone in mind already. Anyways, so yeah, you could be a manifestor where manifestors, they need to announce the things that they're working on or the things that they're going to do, big plans, things like that. It feels like asking for permission if you look at it from the perspective of your past where you were very restricted. Okay, here we go. First card. We're gonna leave it like that. I'll flip it over eventually. But it's not really asking for permission. It's just announcing, holy shit. It's announcing what you're doing, and that's it. You're not asking for permission. You're saying what you're doing. That's what the divine, look at, it's literally judgment here. Literally the divine, the message has been sent. You've received it. Look at all the ripples here. Feels like a lot of communication. You're always in communication. That's the thing. This is very interesting. I've never noticed how it feels like, you know what? It feels like you saying the thing that you want to do is what literally wipes away the restrictions that you perceive, right? There's no restrictions, okay? There are no restrictions, and you don't need to ask for permission. What you want is tangible. It is yours. You want it for a reason, okay? What you've been inspired to do, pursue, whatever it is, it's for a reason. And if the reason is as simple as, I just want to do it, that's a good enough reason, is what the divine is saying. However, since it is a divinely guided action that you're embarking on, if you decide to go this route or not, because again, you have free will and it's okay. You will end up doing what you're meant to be doing anyways, okay? For this collective, you also need to know that the timing of your life has never been wrong. You've never been astray, if you will. It could have felt that way, mainly because probably, again, that restriction part of your life was necessary for certain wisdoms and lessons to be integrated for you, right? You have to live it a first-hand experience to be able to then maybe speak about it, help people put out this fire in their life as well, right? It's almost like that could be part of the purpose here. I like that there's another 2 there, because we started with a 2 with the High Priestess. Also, Major Arcana after Major Arcana, because I saw Temperance and then I saw another one up here. I don't remember. I think it was a Star. Look at these. All right, anyways. Yeah, I think I saw the Star, but I hope this is making sense. Honestly. And the reason why I say this is not because I'm seeking like confirmation or compliments or comments saying, hey, this is resonates, whatever. I'm saying I hope this makes sense because it feels like it could help someone make a decision, or not even make a decision. I think the decision has been made. It will empower your decision, empower your choices, because you are powerful. And what you want is legitimate. You deserve it. Okay? All right. Also, you deserve ease, and you deserve to get the things that you want. All right. I'm gonna, oh, there's the Star. Yeah. All right, I'll leave it here. I'll maybe get more cards, but let's start with these, right? Let's go with these. It's interesting how Judgment is here in between these 2. And these 2, quite literally, it looks like a choice to me. That's really interesting. Wow, okay. That's interesting. And that is very interesting. Wow. Okay. Wow. Talk about literal choice. The Lovers is about choice. Wow. You know what's interesting in the High Priestess card as well? These 2 are in that card. It's an evolved version of them, of the Eagle and the Lion, but they are there. I'll look for the card eventually. This choice could be very intimidating. It's really what I get here, because this face right now, it's giving me a lot of intensity, just like this one is giving me a lot of intensity. So it could be a very intimidating choice. However, when I tell you it is a fruitful path, because 6 is also, oh, we started with 0606 as well. I don't know if you remember me saying that in the beginning, that I saw that. But it's intimidating because it is life altering, is what it feels like. It's a big decision. Not, okay. It's a big step. I feel like I don't need to say decision anymore, because I think the decision has been made. It feels like it has. It feels so like, oof, I know what it is and I'm gonna do it then. That's it. Feels that calming of a, that's how intuition feels too. It's right. When it's right, and that's it. Right? But it's still intimidating. Also, actually, I'm not, I don't know, I lost it. I'm just looking at these 2 and they're reminding me of something that I painted a while back. This feels a little bit like you go with it, you know? Just go with it. This is the Knight of Swords. And the Knights are obviously movement. But the Knight of Swords is very fast movement. It's the fastest moving knight. I also adore this freaking card in this deck. It is such a good depiction of air energy. The playfulness, the cutesiness of it, there's also there's so much going on in the mind and the crown for these people, the air signs I'm saying, but not just them, but you know, everybody. You know what's interesting though, because when I'm looking at it like this in this deck, it's interesting because when there's a double like this, a lot of the times the reverse is kind of scary and you almost don't want to look at it. It's very, very, very shadowy. I'll give you an example. I'll find an example of a card that kind of just trips me out, that I almost don't like looking at in reverse, for example. Okay, I'll give you this is good enough. All right, not the Ace of Cups. Okay, she doesn't even look that bad. She just looks a little disgruntled. What is the word? Anyways, words are words. Words are not wording. Where is the card that freaks me out? This is one of them. Yeah. But I'm looking for, I'm seeing a specific one in my head where it's like, ooh, I don't like it. I don't like looking at it in reverse. But that could be part of it too. That could be part of it. I'll give you this example. That could be also part of it. It's like, you might not, what is it? I'm trying to like get what it is, and but it's a little hidden from me. Okay, I was looking at how his necklace is so mesmerizing. It almost looks like a big chunk of Moldavite, which would make sense with this energy, but now it's hidden over here in reverse. And it's like, no, I actually don't want to do that. This is what your energy feels like around this choice. You're like fully open to it, heart in your sleeve, everything out in the open. And then sometimes you're like, actually no. What is there's a trigger is what it is. I think part of that trigger is what I was saying about you don't need to ask for permission. You are your own being. You can do whatever you want. Not even your parents are your keepers anymore. Like, once you get to a certain point, you have to live with you all the time. So you should make the decisions that make you feel fulfilled, happy, aligned, like you're doing something. Even if to the outside world, words are interesting because I can't get them out now. Even if to the outside world it looks insane or crazy or like you're wasting your life or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, dude. 23:23 on the clock just now. All right, this is a good example. King of Cups, happy-go-lucky dude. I love it. Look at this other side. I don't like that. Don't like it. It's, you see how we go from flowiness and like a beautiful aura, if you will, to just like turmoil and exactly, right? Exactly. Still the King of Cups. However, not even holding it upright, not even saying, hey, my cup is empty and I'm ready for something. I'll make the choice to go fulfill my cup, literally. Bro, what the fuck? All right, yeah, right? He's not even holding it upright. He's like, I don't even want it. There's a part of you, I'm leaving this here because this makes sense now. No wonder I went hunting in the deck. All right. There's a part of you that refuses love. That's part of it. That's part of the block. You refuse love. Or you think love is, you think love is conditional. You haven't experienced, you haven't received. you haven't received unconditional love before. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. Because maybe in this collective, some of you have. Maybe from your parents, or where you're meant to be receiving it, or whatever. But there's a lot of us, we've never had a taste of this. And it would make sense. It would make sense that when maybe you did encounter, or you're about to encounter unconditional love, you could be aligned into it and you're scared. That could be the resistance. That could be part of the resistance, yeah. Like, you know that okay, this is about a choice. So if that part doesn't resonate with you, of you literally having to make a choice because you just feel called to, and actually acting on your intuition and intuitive hits and stuff like that, maybe not your reading. You could also stay, because there's things that you can learn from everything. But this is definitely about a choice. So if this choice, you feel intuitively like everything in who you are is in your bones is telling you, hey, after you do this, know that this is next. Unconditional love, someone that sees sees you at a soul level, understand you, like, it's coming. It's part of this. It's part of what's crowning you. Look at that. It's like everywhere. It wants to be in your energy. It wants to be with you. And your cup is not just half full, half empty, or empty. It's overflowing. Wow. Okay. The Seven of this. Okay. Seven of Pentacles doesn't go there, so I'm putting it here. But this is that I've been working at this for a while. It feels like it's never gonna get here. 27 on the clock, by the way. But I'm still waiting. I'm still cultivating my garden. I'm still showing up every day, right? But I'm waiting. You're waiting for like the next step or the shift to happen, where they're saying, well, choice first and the shift is after. Wow. This card is intense, okay? And it should be, because it is the Empress. There is so much. There's a plethora of information, alignment, relationships, new places, things being built, things being dissolved, towers, but with the purpose of setting a new foundation. And it's not even scary, it's just all part of your magic, if you will. It's almost like this energy, right? What was like, there's so much rippling. It's here. But it's more, it looks more chaotic. But because this magic is it's not chaotic, it's just intense. She is the universe. She holds the universe. Wow. I'm hearing the song by Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, in my head right now. I don't know why that's so random. This card though. This card. Jeez. This is that intensity that I was feeling, I think. That intensity, even in the wings and all of the around her. Ooh, okay. Some of this collective is also a little bit afraid of their energy being perceived in a certain way. Because I started with the High Priestess, right? And that's number 2 on in the Major Arcana. And this is number 3. That's the next one, right? So it's like, okay, I think you're comfortable being the High Priestess. You're very, very comfortable being the High Priestess, actually. Tapping into your magic in that way. But now there's an evolution into this, right? And it doesn't have to be gender specific, okay? This is more about, yeah, this is more about embodiment of certain energies. Also healing of feminine energy in your auric field and in your body in general. There's a lot of embracing this magic. It's okay to tap into this. It's okay to use it. It's okay to also be perceived. If you are a divine feminine, it is okay to also be perceived as this like chaotic, witchy, or I don't know, just powerhouse. It's okay to be intimidating. It's okay. The thing is, you won't be intimidating to the people who are not meant to be intimidated by you. I sometimes encounter other women, for example, who their presence and their quite literal, their magic, their being is intimidating. And that's, as you know, I'm on my journey, and when anything like triggers me, intimidates me, makes me fearful, whatever it is, right? Whatever ping I get from anything, I kind of dig at it and I'm like, okay, why do I feel that way, right? Especially if it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up. That could resonate with some of you. So yeah, I for myself, for example, I've come around to the conclusion. I'll give you a very simple example of like jealousy. I experience jealousy. Of course I do. Everybody does. No emotion or feeling or whatever is wrong. It is, like I said, is a little ping for you to like be like, oh, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on myself about that, because I don't like the fact that I'm feeling jealous towards this person, but there's a reason why that's coming up. For example, right? Usually for me, that means I'm inspired by that person. That's usually what that means for me anyways. And I feel like that resonates with a lot of people. It's usually inspiration and like feel, oh, interesting. You feeling restricted in your reality and who you are, or what you do, or whatever it is that kind of made you jealous or gave you a trigger, and saying, oh, I can't do that, but you admire it in that person, right? That kind of essence, that kind of I don't know, train of thought or something is what they want you to apply to like the triggers that all of this is bringing up for you. Like dig into it a little bit and really find the alchemized way of like looking at it, if you will. Which I think, again, I don't think I know, you already do. I think you already do that. And believe it or not, you might think it takes you a while to learn lessons, or it takes you a while to unearth and like ruminate or like dig through your shadows to find the truth about yourself. It doesn't take that long. You do it pretty fast, actually. I'm almost seeing like the more you do that, the more this comes in. Yeah, it would make sense. Or it's probably you've been doing that. You've been filling up your own cup. You gotten to the point where now the divine is involved. They're also contributing in here, and they're like, okay, well, you started it. You started the flow. I'm gonna continue the flow. The flow has never stopped, but now you're receiving it. Big point here. You are receiving. You need to be open to receive. Okay. Yes, you have endless potential, and like there's just like a plethora of things that you could do, not do, be good at, be fantastic at, whatever it is that you want in your life. Okay, whatever it is, you can have it all. Just like you can have the bad, you can have the good. You can have it all. You can have it all. Okay, but they're saying you have to just allow yourself to receive. So if you're willing to receive now, your cup is not upside down and empty anymore. If you're willing to receive, you've been pouring into your own cup, right? You've been digging through your shadows. You've been doing that. Especially the emotional shadows. Balancing a divine masculine energy like this from a loving place, logical and loving at the same time, but it's very, very loving, a loving place. It's really beautiful. It's commendable. Congratulations. Okay, this is no easy feat. It's like I said, now the divine is involved. They're like, well, if you're ready, I'm ready. Look at them. It's like, it's like they're giving, and this comes up, and it almost, yeah, it takes over that fire. There's no more fire there. It's just energy now. You're literally a phoenix on the rise. Look, quite literally. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust is what I just heard, but I don't even know how that resonates. Not even to me. So I don't know. It's time to receive. Whether you identify with being an empress or you don't, we all carry these energies within us where, you know, we keep a balance. We're yin and yang within ourselves as well. So if part of this healing of this masculine energy, or receiving, learning, not just learning, it's more of attuning to unconditional love and recognizing it. This is what I meant. This is what I was thinking when my words were taken away, when I was looking at these two. They recognize each other. Recognition is important at a soul level for you. So if you're ready for that, it's here. Be open to receive it if you've been seeking it. If you've wanted unconditional love, you're gonna need someone to see right at your core. Like it wouldn't be unconditional otherwise, right? If you think about it, there's a soul recognition of wounds, things that you've experienced, what you've healed, what you've celebrated. It doesn't have to be parallel and verbatim, your journey and their journey, right? But it is in a grand scheme of things, this acceptance and this unconditional love that you are attuning to, and will make the choice to not pursue, but it's not you pursuing it. It's not that. It's you just make the right choices for you. For you, keep doing you. It's what this is saying. And the flow would just continue because you're allowing it now. You've gotten to the point where you know that you don't need to ask for permission anymore. Look at the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. That's a big jump. 7 to a 10. That's a 3 jump. 8, 9, 10. You've arrived, dude. When I tell you you're so good, like you're good. Wow. Yeah, look at that. 10. Are you ready for the next card? Look, it's right here. The World. That's right. Not the Hangman and the Sun after it, but yes. The World. The 10 of Wands. I told you, you've completed something. You really have let go of burdens here. The parallels of these two being on opposite ends is interesting to me too. This feels like a generational thing that you've also kind of unlocked and released as well. That is beautiful. Especially if that part about unconditional love and maybe not receiving it from the people that you should have in your life resonates with you. You definitely are breaking some kind of chains here. You definitely have. Come on, look at that. This is like being birthed again, if you will. Also a 3, by the way. Wow. The Empress. I was going to mention this, and then I started pulling more cards. But you see this in the middle here? I feel like there should be something in the middle, right? Because this one has it, this one doesn't. But you know, the more that I look at it, the more it looks like this is this. It's just in there, right? It's like, it's all over you. It's your, and you have to accept your magic as well. There's something about that. There's something about accepting that you are like a magical being. Don't deny yourself your magic. Or if you don't want to look at it as magic, I don't even know what else to call it. Don't deny yourself your gifts, the things that you're good at, the connection that you have with your spirituality, or literally the connection that you have with your soul, the way that you feel like home to yourself, and that feels really good. Ooh, this deck is calling my attention. This is the ancestor deck, and I was bringing up ancestral things, so I might pull from here too. But and then I'm just seeing, it's like a tunnel, but it's not a tunnel, right? I just keep seeing this energy of, I want to dig into that. And when I dig into that, I find this. And when I dig into this, I quite literally find this, right? It's like stages of something. It's such a beautiful completion. It's like, you don't need to worry anymore about, oh, okay. Because I was like, you have everything you need, is what I wanted to say. Like, everything that you've kind of like gathered and everything, where it used to feel outside of you, where you had to go here to attain this, go here to get that, or something like that. It's like, no, it's all you now. It's all around you. It's literally part of you now. It's ingrained in you. These ripples, these activations, these things, it's you. It's you. It's you now. It's like you, that's probably why you're meant to do the things that you're meant to do, or make this choice. And in making this choice, it's like you embody this energy so well, so authentically, that you could be very activating to the people that you're going to be aligning to, or the people that you have aligned to, that are about to see this next phase or something like that as well. I just keep hearing, you don't need to ask for permission. Just be yourself, dude. Just be yourself. That's all you need to do. Just be yourself. And it's if it's not well received, there's conversations that can be had. There, you can get to the bottom of it. I think you have all the tools you need to just, again, authentically be yourself, behave as you want, do the things that you want. And I think you communicate from such a like a loving and like I said, authentic place, that it's really hard for me. It's really hard for me to put a but and an if into this, is what I really want to say. Like, take that random yawn as a confirmation. The 10 of Wands again. When I tell you, you guys are magical. You guys are so magical. No more hiding is what this is telling me. There's no more hiding behind anything, okay? Drop it. It's time to drop those. They're not for you to carry. You don't need to, okay. There could be struggles with expressing yourself. That makes sense too. Maybe that wasn't always well received, as your perceived experience and your life experiences has been that when you fully are yourself, or your full self, in the sense of you love hard, you cry hard, you're angry when you're angry, you're sad when you're sad, you're happy when you're happy, and whatever your extremes, or whatever maybe that's how you perceive it, you think, or because that has been your feedback, that you're too extreme, or too this, or too that, too loud, too whatever. All of that, it's none of yours to carry. Again, like I said, I started this from the other side of it, but now you need to look at it from that side as well, where, hey, just how I get triggered by people. And I know it has nothing to do with them, except for me to figure out what it is. You need to realize that these things that you carry as, oh, I shouldn't do this or I shouldn't do that, your restrictions are like imposed upon you almost. Or you let them be imposed upon you, actually. And I know for a while or some time or some part of our life, we really don't have a lot of autonomy. I get that. So yeah, a lot of things are imposed upon you, and then eventually becomes kind of like you're hardwired to behave in that way because that's how you were brought up or something like that, right? You've broken through that. It's time to like see through all that bullshit, honestly. These restrictions, they were not restrictions. They were, I understand, feedback that you were getting from your reality. But now you've had them. Like I said, a lot of the hardships, they're just wisdom. They create your wisdom. But now you drop it because now you're good. You don't need to carry it because you are it, okay? And it's not you are it in restriction kind of thing. It's you are, I almost want to say you're healed. And I know the healing journey doesn't have an end point. And it's not even, it doesn't have to be even a healing journey. It could just be a journey, okay? But they're saying you've completed a big cycle, a big cycle. This is the world card, okay? Look at the pinpoints that they have been giving you. And in the long journey, that is the fool's journey, they gave you 3, well, they gave you 2, which is the high priestess, 3, 6, 20, and 21. And that's why I was saying this alignment, it was fast. This journey of yours of dropping these, oof, it was fast. Like I'm seeing you did all this work and you did this all this integration, and you've come to the point where you feel comfortable making your own decisions and feeling like you don't need to answer to anybody. You've attained freedom, even if you feel like your surroundings are not giving you it yet, like you feel like you're still restricted by where you live, where you work, what you make, blah blah blah. There's a lot of ifs and buts, right? Believe it or not, it's there, it's here. The completion, the full circle moment, it's here. It's about to be here. It is very much tied to this choice. Okay, I have to be adamant about that because now it's like ringing in my ear. It's like, yeah, say it again. It is about this choice that you're making. And again, I say, if you are not in a point in your life where you literally are deciding between something very major to do or not, this is not your reading. You can still get wisdom from this, but this is not your reading. This is very much about a choice that has to be made. Ooh, I meant to pull 1, but 2 is interesting too. All right, the King of Swords. Interesting that we have the Knight of Swords over there, which is also the Emperor in this deck. The Emperor and the Empress, okay. And the 4 of Cups. Oh, receiving love. We struggle with that, don't we? I think we do. And by we, I mean me, you, and we as a whole, as a collective as well. I think a lot of people do struggle with receiving love. We don't struggle with giving it, but we do tend to struggle with receiving it. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Then the 5 of Wands, which by the way is also the Devil in this deck. And then the Fool. Okay. What's at the top? The 8 of Wands. Ooh, the Hangman again. Temperance again. And the 9 of Cups. The King of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. You don't say. The 9 of Wands, which is also the Sun. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So can we just make a choice, please? Can we align to our divine masculine, divine feminine energy? Be balanced, because we are. We are. And follow through, really. That's all it is. You have everything you need. I like how in this deck, the shadows are, they're just the same. It's a mirror. It's not a shadow, right? Interesting that these two decks have that in common, but the mirroring part, not the shadow or not, because this deck definitely depicts a shadowy aspect of it. But here, I like how, well, the king could be shadowed, but the emperor cannot, because the emperor is the embodiment of all the kings, just like the empress is the embodiment of all the queens. So this dude, this energy, the fact that it's also a ram, I want to say, I'm not sure what this is, but kind of animal it is, but make a choice and you go for it head first, like just freaking go, is what this is telling me. Oh, I thought I had it. Anyways, look, the Two of Pentacles. But making a choice, something that keeps you balanced. And guess what this is in this deck as well? The High Priestess. We just came full circle. We just came full circle with another deck. Okay. Anyways, I want to just see what's up here. The Queen of Pentacles and the Empress in this deck. Oh my gosh. This could be about love for a lot of you. Quite literally a relationship. For a lot of you, it's about someone communicating. And there's a choice to be made after that. For this other party, or this could be you as well, take it how it resonates. There's a choice, there's an initial choice of communicating. Then the second part of this falls back then onto the other person who has to make a choice about the communication that they receive. Seven of Pentacles again, by the way. Look at all your twos. Twos and fours. Ooh, fives. Okay. Yeah. There's a truth. Okay. It feels like the divine masculine is receiving this truth because they're holding the sword. Right? Feels like, yeah. But at the same time that they received this truth, you also did, but about something else in your life. Ooh, that's where the things are parallel but not the same. Remember when I was saying like same lives, right? Just slightly different. So their choice is about probably you. I burped before I said that, so probably you and communicating with you. Your choice is about alignment to something that feels like a better environment for you is what that is, right? Take it as it resonates. You could be in either end of these, right? And then once you receive this communication, you get to make a choice as well. They're saying a very informed choice, by the way, a very divinely guided choice, because you tap in, you ask, you pray on it, or you meditate on it, you sleep on it, whatever it is that you do to receive the messages that you need, or the confirmation that you need, you do it. That's the thing, like everything about you, every step that you take, you might think that you're so you know, that you not that you're not random or spontaneous or whatever it is. What is it? It's like you feel like, oh, you're just going through life willy-nilly and you don't even know what you're doing, but you do know. You do know. And it's also time to accept that you do know, and that is okay. Even if in your knowing you still perceive yourself or think or actually do make mistakes, because that is okay. That doesn't mean that you weren't aligned to what you were meant to be doing in the first place. Just because you perceive as something not working out, for example, doesn't mean that you weren't meant to do it anyways. Try it out and see how it goes, right? Even if you went into it wholeheartedly saying, oh, I know that this is it. But then you got there, you did a little bit of it, and you're like, actually, this is not it. This is not it. Doesn't feel good, doesn't feel good. I'm out of here. Well, that's okay too. But you were meant to do it for a little bit, right? Something like that. There's a lot of, please believe in yourself. Trust your choices. Trust your power, your intuition. If you need more confirmation, ask for it. Pray on it. Ask for it in dreams. Ask for specific confirmations. Ask for angel numbers. Ask for a specific phrase, a word. I don't know. You know. You have a very deep connection with the divine. I don't need to coach you on this. I'm just like saying it because I'm seeing it and I'm experiencing it. So I want you to like know that this is for you, to give you more confirmation if this is the way that you operate in the first place, right? But we're gonna need you to accept the goodness that's coming into your life, okay? I'm gonna pull one more card from this deck, and I might pull an oracle from the unicorns, just because I feel called to. I don't know, the unicorns have been around me, unicorn energy, since yesterday when I was, I did one card pull from the animal spirit deck, so let's just see. Look at that, the Princess of Cups. Oh, you see how also her cup is upside down over here? She looks, to me, she looks very bored. And this one, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more of a, there's newness to it. There's hope, if you will. Also, the cup is right side up. Pour in there. Go ahead. It's what that kind of tells me. Interesting. Look at that. I did see the tower in your reading. I saw it and I just never pulled it, but not like I saw it physically. I just saw it in my mind's eye. I mentioned it too, I'm pretty sure. Where I was like, yeah, the tower, it's just, all the eyes are really getting to me here, though. Birds could be messengers for you, though. Birds are messengers for you for sure. Yeah. New foundations. Solid. Built upon love and reciprocated energy as well, because the sixes make me think of, yeah, being reciprocated, things being balanced, and what you deserve. Honestly, that's literally what it is. It's what you deserve. I cannot believe this reading has been almost an hour long. It will be an hour long. Wow. All right. I honestly feel so much better. I don't feel anxious anymore. I don't feel like I have something to say, do, or anything anymore, which I'm very, very thankful. This is my confirmation. Now, whenever I feel this way, I should just do a reading. I should just do it. Because clearly, trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself in your intuition. All right. Ooh, flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome and release your expectations. that water energy, that cup energy keeps coming up. Bottom of the deck. I don't think you're ready for this because it reminds me of this card. The yin and the yang, the polarities. Integrate your shadow side. Oh, were we triggered by shadows in this reading? There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. You are multifaceted, right? So that's all it is. You're just multifaceted, right? It's okay. This feels like just hopefulness. I'm getting chills. It feels like hopefulness. It feels like faith, like embodying. I can't say the word now. Faith. Just being like, yeah, I know things are going to work out for me. Feels like this energy, actually. She embodies everything she's learned. That's what that feels like too. Alrighty. I want to thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really hope that this reaches the people that it needs, and I'm sure it will. And if this resonates with you, you're amazing, and keep doing what you're doing. Your guys are very, very proud of you. Your ancestors are very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Everyone's very proud of you. You should be very proud of yourself too. And don't deny yourself your magic and your power, okay? It's not like you could even hide it away. It's always been there. But isn't it better to coexist with it than to package it up and hide a little bit? No, just openly be you, and that is okay. All right, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in other readings. You guys have a good one.